Hi, my name is Agata. Welcome in Agata's Cottage. If you like sewing, stick around. So, what I have been up to? Not as much as I wish. Unfortunately, adulting took priority last week. However, I did get some sewing done. So, I will show you my latest make because it's just handy. I made an infinity scarf for Chris. So Chris loves wearing infinity scarf. I made him a few years ago, and he asked me, could I make him another one? So when one is in the wash, he have the second one handy. Doesn't need to switch to something he doesn't like to wear. So I made him another one from the same fabric. I didn't have enough fabric to make it as long as the previous one, because there was a little bit of cut. So I did a little bit kind of like a panel, just to use up as much as I can and make the scarf for him. So he haven't tried it on yet. He is out with Alice. He took over my taxi driver duties today because I'm a little bit under the weather, and he offered that, maybe you stay home, record your video, do some sewing, and I will go and drive Alice around for her activities. So I was extremely excited about that because you know how it is with the cold. It's just take a little bit time to clear it off, and mine is just keeps lingering. Anyway, I hope you will love his scarf. There were no particular measurements. I just wanted to use up the rest of the fabric I had. This fabric, I have no idea what the content is. There is a bit of viscose in it, and I'm sure there is a bit of poly in it. It has a brushed feel to the outside, but not to the inside. Um, it feels a little bit like a microfiber double brush poly mix kind of thing. I have no idea what it is. I got it a few years ago in a bundle from Poland, and as I said, I used up one for making another scarf for him, a little bit for a hat for him, and now I used the rest to make another scarf. So I'm very happy. It's out of my stash, and I can tick off another remnant out of my box. The next make I want to share with you is a PJ for Alice. So Alice is growing, uh, and she needed new PJs. So I decided I'm gonna make her 3 PJs. I have uh, one done, I have one more cut out, and one more to go. So I started with this fabric from Ecobee. It's just lovely cotton jersey. I had slightly over meter and a half of it, and it was perfect quantity. I made Grow With Me PJ by Ellie and Mac. It's a free pattern. I used size 14 for Alice, and the length wide is perfect. She still has a little bit room to grow. The same one is about the t-shirt. However, the width one, because Alice is, she's growing girl, etc. She's getting those feminine figure features. Hips aren't as loose as she would like. So for next one that I cut out, I just added a 1/4 inch additional uh, kind of loose feel around all the seams around the hips. So hopefully they will fit better, but she still said it's comfortable and nice. So that's the top, and here are the trousers. I basically overlocked the elastic to the top of the trousers, and I folded it once. She said it's comfortable and doesn't bother her, so hopefully she will get a lot of wear out of it. There Grow With Me cuffs with the legs, so she is very excited about this PJ. And I had a bit left of that fabric, but not enough to make anything substantial with it. They were just random offcuts, so I decided to make her another pair of panties in a bigger size, so whenever she will grow I will have another set. And that's basically what I'm trying to do now with all the jerseys, unless they are like solids, just to go through the scraps I have and cut out as many panties as I can for her. So I cut out a pair of panties for her, and I cut out bralette. I also had a lot of random, relatively narrow strips, so I cut 8 toppers for the pads. I won't be showing you panties like in person. I will just put the picture, and the same with bralette. I just use one of the ones she has from the stores and just trace around and went from that. And for the pads, I decided I love this fabric so much, I want some, so I cut out few toppers, and I will just do the rest of the pad whenever I have a chance. And I think I will be doing that with remnants of other cotton jerseys, just so I have like a running batch ready, so whenever I have few minutes I can whip few pads here and there. They are very popular between my friends. I got requests for a few of them, and I need them still, so it's handy to have some of them. So that's all the things that I made in the past week. Unfortunately, as I mentioned, adulting took over. I had some errands to run on Tuesday, and I popped into Ross in So in Naas to pick up the denim that I ordered from her week before. So she had a sale, and she posted videos of fabrics she had, and she had this fabulous stretch denim in like a raspberry red and in white. So I asked her, could she be so kind and put them away for me, and I will come over whenever the frost is gone. So I popped in on Tuesday, collected those, and I also got some fleece. I would gladly show you the fleece. Unfortunately, at the moment is occupied. The moment I brought it from the shop, I brought it home, I put it on the sofa because I wanted to add it to the stash hub, measure it, etc. And Ripper decided, nope, it's my place now. So I will pop the picture how he sleeps in it, and definitely I will need to make him something with that fleece because he absolutely loves it. But in general, I bought it to make Alice the another bathrobe, because as I mentioned, she is growing, so she needs a bigger bathrobe, and I need to make myself something like a jumper or something like that. And this fleece is just fabulous, and it's animal print. How could I resist? I also got a remnant of a sparkly brushed French terry from So, and I will be making Alice kind of like it's all-in-one hood, a hat, a scarf, and something to cover her because we are planning trip to Poland in the near future, and it's gonna be cold there. Therefore, she needs something super warm. Hence the idea for this make. My plans for next week. Let me see. Sewing and sewing and sewing. So I'm planning to make more PJs for Alice and few t-shirts and boxers for Chris. So that will be majority of my plans for next week. There shouldn't be that much adulting to be done because I did try to get as many things sorted as I could this week. Also, there was my birthday on Thursday, so thank you everyone for lovely wishes and all the messages and calls and everything. It was just so lovely. I got some lovely gifts from Chris and Alice. So I got mini iron that I had on my wish list for a very long time. I got more friction pens because mine are very used up and they are starting to stop to work. So I got new pens, and I also got a book with the kind of small sewing projects for home, and it's a very cute book. There's a good few projects there that I want to try. On top of that, I got lovely voucher from my sister-in-law for Ecobee Fabrics, so I'm very excited to see what Elvie is coming to bringing to store soon, so I can use up my voucher. Okay, live update. As I mentioned, I have a tiny bit of cold. It just doesn't want to go away for a while, so I'm gonna give it a few more days, and If it's not gone, I'm going to the doctor, see what we can do about that, because it's getting extremely annoying at the moment. Alice is busy with school. They have preparation for their end of school year musical, will be in June somewhere. So she's practicing songs for that, plus, normal stuff. Um, Chris is busy with work, and I'm busy with running the household, preparing for our trip, and a little bit with sewing. So this video is a little bit shorter than usually, um, but as I mentioned, unfortunately, I'll do think took over, and at some point you do need to do stuff you don't want to, even if you really don't want to, because you are an adult and unfortunately someone has to deal with them. But most of the things are done and dusted, so I can focus over next few days on sewing as much as I can. I do want to bring to Poland with me as many handmade items that will create cohesive wardrobe as I can. I have here my work in progress. It's something that I started over the summer and I never finished. It's elevated blazer by Ellie and Mac, and I just need to redo some things about this because it just wasn't working the way it's supposed to. I think I did something with the bands, with the facing, and it's just overstretched, and it just was looking awful. So that's my project for hopefully some evenings, because there's a bit of unpicking there, so I can slowly unpick while watching TV with Chris. Do you have any sewing plans for this week? Thank you for joining me today. Hope you had fun. Don't forget, clean your sewing machine and change your needle. Happy sewing. Bye.